Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you 4 different things you should do to stay safe while browsing the dark web. So, the first one is to use a bridge. So, if you already have Tor browser set up, what you're going to want to do is click right here, then click Preferences. Bridges are usually used in countries where Tor is illegal or banned, or just blocked. So the reason you might want to use a bridge is because a bridge, it'll make it harder for your ISP to know that you're going through the Tor network. Since going through Tor, it's more likely to make you look suspicious. You can try to use a VPN, but I don't recommend using a VPN because Tor project, they flat out disagree with using a VPN. I'll put their documentation in the description where they talk about why you shouldn't be using a VPN when connecting to Tor. So you want to click here, go to Preferences. If you set up Tor for the first time, click Tor censored in my country and select use a bridge to connect. So you're going to want to click right here, then click use a bridge. So you can select either a built-in bridge, or you can request a bridge from Tor project, which we'll do right now. So request a bridge, then you'll be prompted with a CAPTCHA. So I'll just wait a few seconds while I wait for the CAPTCHA to load. Okay, so the CAPTCHA just loaded. So I'm going to enter the CAPTCHA KB7JX9Z. So I just entered it, and then it'll start to get the bridge, and then you'll see a long string of numbers and letters, as you can see. So OBFS4 and so on. So now I'm connected to a bridge, and it'll be harder to detect that I'm going through Tor. So now, or if you know a bridge and have information for a bridge, you can just enter the information. So I'll just stay right there. And now the second thing you want to do is make sure your computer and Tor browser is updated. So to check for an update, just click. You'll see a small green circle with a down arrow right there. That signifies there's an update. And if you click here, there'll be another section that says to update Tor browser. So I don't have that because my Tor browser is already at the latest version. Also, please make sure you keep your operating system up to date and to the latest version. So the next thing that you want to do is check file extension. So if you decide to download something off the dark web, I personally don't recommend it, but if you do decide to download stuff, you're going to want to check the file extension. So I'm going to get it. So I'm going to get a link so I can show you guys an example. So right here I have a link. So as you can see, download an external file type. So when you click download, you'll have this right here. Here, don't_where_masks.pdf.exe. So what some hackers and attackers like to do is do a how can I best explain it? Is basically say that, for example, you might think you're downloading a video or a audio file. So they put in the name .mp4 or .mp3, but it's actually an exe, and the actual file extension is exe. So the last, where you see it all the way at the end, is what the file extension is, and you want to avoid stuff like that because you're most likely going to be installing malware. You also want to avoid downloading PDFs off the dark web in general, because PDFs it's believed that those can actually leak your IP address. So by leaking your IP address, it can leak it to authorities, leak it to the government, leak it to the to other people on the dark web. Though unlikely, you still want to avoid downloading PDFs off the dark web. So I'm going to cancel the download, and I'll edit like between here of how to show file extensions on Windows if you already downloaded the file. It's edited Gunmetal Orb 73. So you might already have file extensions shown enabled by default, but for many people, it might not be enabled. So to do this on Windows, you're going to want to click on View. Then you're going to want to click File Name Extensions. Once you do that, you can see the file extension. So as I was saying in the other video, you're going to want to avoid stuff like this, where they do like dot mp4 dot, so setup dot mp4 dot. So then for people who don't have this enabled, it'll look like that, and then you'll end up thinking that it's a video, because they changed the icon to make it look like a video, and they put that, essentially tricking you into thinking you're watching that you downloaded a video, when in reality it's actually a file that you install. So I hope you guys found this useful, and onto the video. So now what I'm going to show you guys is how to disable JavaScript. JavaScript is something else you also want to disable, because JavaScript can also leak your IP address, whether it's to government or someone that you don't want your IP being leaked to, and by having a leaked IP address, they can see to figure out where you are. And if you're on a dark net website that requires JavaScript, I don't recommend going to it in the first place. So what you're going to want to do is type in about:config. Then you will get this. This is my void your warranty and whatnot. So just click I accept the risk, and then type in JavaScript. So as you can see right here, JavaScript enabled. Now it's set to false. And I'll show you that JavaScript is disabled by going to a JavaScript checker. I'll also put the link to the checker so you guys can see whether or not you have JavaScript enabled. You only need JavaScript disabled into a browser. You don't need to worry about it when you're not on onto a browser or browsing the dark web. Okay, so I'm on whatismybrowser.com, and I'll put the link to this right in the description. So as you can see, is JavaScript enabled? No. And I'll refresh it so you guys can see. That's because, as you can see, I set that to false, and I just did that accidentally. Another thing that you might want to do is, so just click here. You might want to go to your security settings. You might want to select. It's your choice. You can. So the standard. There's also safer and safest. You guys can also choose between that to what you feel is best for you. So I currently have mine at standard. I'll move it to safer for now. So I'll just close out of that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you guys learned something new. I also have a Discord server, which I'll put the link in the description. And I hope you guys can join my Discord server so we can chat, have some fun, and make the Discord server more active. And bye!